Hello players, I'm Cholo,
And I'm AG Infamous.
and welcome to the Cholo Free Week Champion Spotlight. The goal of this video is to help players, mostly new ones, become more educated about the champions easily available to them as they start to play the game. In this video, we will basically outline the free champions this week and make suggestions about the best ones for new players to play. And I'll start with Annie. She's a range ability power carry. She has very strong spells. She can send a firebolt at an enemy, release a cone of fire, and summon a massive bear that does damage on impact while also helping you fight. She's not very tanky, but she's easy to play.
After that, we have Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank is usually played as a support, but he can also be played as more of a bruiser, which means he can get in a fight and do some damage, but not a whole lot in a short period of time. He's going to do more damage over the course of a fight rather than someone like Annie, who's going to do a lot of damage up front with her spells. He has a skill shot grab, which if you hit will bring an enemy unit to you, and this is very useful for your team. He can also knock enemies up, and with his ultimate, he can massively silence an entire team for about 0.5 seconds. Blitzcrank is one of the harder champions to play, and unless you're a little more experienced with the game, I would not suggest playing him.
Next is Cho'Gath. He is a melee ability power carry, or you can also play him as a tank. His spells are very strong, especially his ultimate because it does true damage, and if you kill something with it, you gain health. But you lose stacks for his ultimate if you die, but you can still gain them back. Cho'Gath can knock enemies up, silence them, and hit multiple targets with auto attacks while healing himself if he kills the unit. Cho'Gath is one of the harder champions because he's very skill shot oriented. You have to hit your skill shots for him to be useful.
Real quick, just a touch again on Cho'Gath's ultimate. The way it By the way, true damage, for anybody watching this who doesn't know what it is, that's damage that cannot be affected by resistances. Like, if someone has armor and you do an auto attack to them, part of the damage from your auto attack is reduced depending on how much armor they have. But true damage, nothing can reduce how much true damage you do. And the way it works is when you kill an enemy unit using Cho'Gath's ultimate, he'll gain 1 stack of Feast, and that can go all the way up till 6. And the more stacks of Feast he has, he gains more maximum health. But anytime you die, you lose your stacks. You can still gain them back, but it's best, not to die as Cho'Gath because you'll start losing your stacks and you won't have as much health as you'd like to. Anyways, moving on. The next champion we have is Janna. Janna is mostly a support, but sometimes you will see her played as a ranged ability power carry. Very rarely, though. She can shield allies from damage, knock enemies up and back, heal allies, and slow enemies. Janna is one of the harder champions that I would not suggest playing if you are a new player.
Alright, now moving on to Twitch. He's a ranged AD carry, and he's a unique champion because he's one of the few champions that can go invisible. He can go invisible for a while, and he's really good at ganking people. Twitch deals poison damage, has a slow, and his ultimate allows his auto attacks to hit multiple targets. He's one of the harder champions to play because you have to make good decisions when ganking and make good use of your invisibility.
The next champion we have is Shen. Shen is played as a tank and is one of the easier tanks to play. Shen can taunt and damage enemies, shield himself, and teleport to allies all around the map if they are in trouble, and that has no maximum range on it. Shen can teleport to any ally no matter where they are. Shen is a very good tank for beginners. He uses energy instead of mana, so you don't have to worry too much about your mana management, which is very good for beginner players.
Next is Misfortune. She is a ranged AD carry. She has an area effect slow, and she has a lot of area effect damage with her ultimate, which makes her pretty good for team fights. And Misfortune is a medium skill champion.
Right, next we have Irelia. Irelia is a tanky DPS that usually goes to the top lane, but every now and then you will see her in the jungle. Irelia can dash towards enemies, steal life, slow or stun enemies, and shoot blades from a distance that heal herself depending on how many units it hits and how much damage it does. Irelia is a medium skilled champion because In order for her to be good, you have to have a pretty good item set, which means that you're going to have to get some kills or you're going to have to get some minion farm in order for her to be good.
Next is Skarner. Skarner is a tanky jungler. He can slow enemies, speed himself up, heal, and drag enemies. Skarner is unique because his cooldowns are usually low and they're affected by his auto attacks, which reduces cooldowns the more he attacks. And Skarner is one of the game changers in the game. His ultimate, where he drags enemies, is a really strong skill for team fights and could really make or break your team and win the game for you. Skarner is a medium skill champion.
Alright, and last but definitely not least, we have Ahri. Ahri is a ranged ability power carry, and she is incredibly hard because her abilities are very reliant on skill shots. Ahri has 2 skill shots. One of them is a nuke that shoots a ball out that goes out and then comes back to her, damaging enemies on the way out and on the way back. The other skill shot is a charm, where if you hit it, an enemy will start running towards you. It's sort of like a ranged taunt, basically. She also has another spell where when she pops it, she'll shoot these blue flames to the closest enemy units near her. Doesn't matter if it's a champion or a minion. And her ultimate, she can dash up to 3 times, dealing damage to any enemy or dealing damage to the closest enemy unit when she dashes, and it's also a very good escape. To summarize, the champions this week that are recommended for newer players are going to be Annie, Misfortune, and Shen. If you are a little bit of a better player, think you can play the medium skill champions, I would go with Aurelia and Skarner. The harder champions for this week are Blitzcrank, Cho'Gath, Janna, Twitch, and Ahri, which I would not recommend playing unless you really know what you're doing.
Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for another talk. We will also be having patch talks, and we also stream. We will be putting those links in the description. I stream at 1700 ELO, and
I stream at an ELO that's not important. Alright, you can still check me out though. I'm a pretty funny guy. Anyways guys, thanks for watching the video and stay tuned.